Hello, curious explorers and lovers of the bizarre. Welcome to Explore and Discover Curious World, the channel where oddities meet the most outrageous theories and the strangest news that will make you laugh, shiver, and maybe even scratch your head. If you're new here, get ready for a one-way journey into the realm of the strange. And if you're already part of our community, you know exactly what's in store. A massive dose of things you didn't even know you wanted to know. Today, we're diving into some of the most fascinating and eerie mysteries of our planet and the universe. So, get comfortable, grab a cup of coffee, or whatever keeps you awake, because today's journey is long and full of twists. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future crazy explorations. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with a figure who is practically synonymous with genius and eccentricity, Nikola Tesla. Now, Tesla wasn't just an extraordinary inventor. He was a man whose mind could travel to worlds we mere mortals can only imagine. While most of us are content with figuring out how not to forget our keys, Tesla was wondering, what if the pyramids were giant power plants? Yes, those same pyramids we see in history documentaries and textbooks, Tesla saw as something more, much more. For Tesla, the pyramids of Giza weren't just grand tombs. No, according to him, they were devices designed to capture and amplify cosmic energy. Tesla was convinced that these ancient structures were built to store energy from the Earth and the heavens, using some form of advanced technology that we today don't fully understand. Think about it. Thousands of years ago, while the rest of the world was still learning to build huts, the Egyptians might have been designing massive energy towers. Science fiction? Maybe, but Tesla was seriously convinced of this. His obsession led him to deeply study the pyramids, exploring ancient texts, and even hypothesizing that the pyramids could act as giant capacitors for electromagnetic energy. You know those super powerful crystals we see in sci-fi movies? Well, Tesla believed there was something like that hidden deep within the pyramids. According to him, these structures not only captured the sun's energy, but could also harness energy from the cosmos. Imagine the pyramids as giant batteries, ready to unleash unimaginable power, and it doesn't end there. Tesla also thought the pyramids were connected to some form of spiritual energy, capable of influencing the human mind and maybe even facilitating contact with other dimensions. Now, before any of you start building a pyramid in your backyard, it's fair to say these are just theories. But how many of Tesla's ideas, once considered crazy, are now reality? Just think of wireless energy transmission, a concept Tesla tried to realize with his famous Wardenclyffe Tower. Back then, he was mocked. But today? Well, Wi-Fi is practically everywhere. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll discover Tesla was right about the pyramids too. But what does modern science say? Well, some researchers have conducted theoretical studies on how the Great Pyramid interacts with radio waves. And you know what? They found that if the radio waves are the right length, the pyramid can concentrate them inside its chambers and even beneath its base. This means there might be a grain of truth in Tesla's ideas. Perhaps the pyramids aren't just historical monuments, but devices designed to interact with the mysterious forces of the universe. So, what do you think? Are the pyramids just the result of an advanced civilization, or do they hide secrets that challenge our modern understanding? Write it down in the comments and let me know if you're ready to build your own personal pyramid. But now, let's move on to something even creepier. Yes, you guessed it. We're about to talk about zombie fungi. And while you let the idea of cosmic Wi-Fi crossing the Egyptian desert sink in, let's take a small break. Take a moment to reflect on all the wild theories you've heard so far, and get ready, because we're about to enter an even stranger realm. The one where fungi turn insects into zombies. No, this isn't a B-movie. It's pure reality. Have you ever been to a rainforest? If so, you know how fascinating and, at the same time, eerie they can be. But what you might not know is that hidden among the trees and leaves could be a tiny fungus with a truly terrifying power. I'm talking about cordyceps, a fungus that has the ability to turn a poor ant into a mindless zombie. Yes, you heard that right. But how does it work exactly? Imagine this scene. An ant is going about its business, doing its usual ant things, when suddenly a tiny spore of fungus lands on it. At first, the ant doesn't notice anything, but then, slowly, the fungus begins to grow inside its body, taking control of its nervous system. The ant starts behaving strangely, leaving the colony and heading to a high point, like a branch or a leaf. And there, it latches on tightly with its jaws and waits. It waits for its end, while the fungus continues to grow, bursting out of its body and releasing new spores into the air, ready to infect other ants. It's a nightmare scenario, right? But this is exactly what happens in reality. And the scariest part is that this isn't an isolated case. There are hundreds of species of fungi that have developed similar methods to take control of their hosts. Some infect spiders, others wasps, and the list goes on. But cordyceps is probably the most famous of all, thanks to its ability to turn an ant into a full-fledged zombie. And if you think this can only happen to insects, maybe you should think again. With global warming, scientists are observing changes in fungi behavior around the world. Some experts believe that with rising temperatures, fungi might adapt to new hosts, including humans. Now, I don't want to alarm you, but imagine a world where a mutant fungus could take control of the human brain. A world where people, infected by a zombie fungus, wander aimlessly, spreading the fungus wherever they go. Not exactly the kind of scenario we'd want to see unfold, right? But before you start looking for underground bunkers and stockpiling gas masks, it's important to remember that most fungi are actually beneficial to the ecosystem. They help decompose organic matter, enrich the soil, and play a crucial role in keeping the environment balanced. So for now, we can probably sleep soundly. But who knows what the future holds? And you, what do you think about this idea of a fungal apocalypse? Does it give you the creeps, or does it just make you laugh? Personally, I think we should start looking at those mushrooms in the fridge with a bit more suspicion. But jokes aside, the natural world is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. But our journey doesn't end here. We still have much to explore, and the next mystery will take you straight into the dark heart of Transylvania. And now, explorers, it's time to dive into another mystery, this time in the heart of Transylvania. We're not talking about vampires, though they're always lurking, but about a place that has been dubbed the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. Welcome to the Hoia Baciu Forest, a place shrouded in mystery and surrounded by legends so strange that even Dracula himself might think twice before entering. The Hoia Baciu Forest is famous for its unexplained phenomena. It's said that anyone who enters this forest may experience a sense of unease, as if being watched by unseen eyes. Some have reported seeing strange floating lights among the trees, while others have recounted having visions of ghostly figures. But the most disturbing phenomenon is probably the mysterious disappearances. According to local legends, people and animals have vanished without a trace inside the forest. One of the most famous stories is that of a shepherd who entered the forest with his flock of 200 sheep and was never seen again. And then there's the story of a 5-year-old girl who disappeared and reappeared 5 years later without having aged a day and wearing the same clothes. Her explanation? She didn't have one. She remembered nothing of those 5 years. But the strangest part of the forest is an area known as the clearing. It's a perfect circle in the heart of the forest where nothing grows. Scientists have analyzed the soil and found nothing unusual that could explain the absence of vegetation. And yet, there it is, in the middle of a lush forest, this empty space, as if nature itself decided to create a forbidden zone. Some believe the clearing is a portal to other dimensions. Others think it's a landing site for UFOs. There are even stories of people who have entered the clearing and experienced a sudden sense of vertigo, as if time and space were warping around them. And then there are the UFO sightings. In the 1960s, a man named Emil Barnia took photos of a disc-shaped object hovering above the forest. The photos were examined by experts and found to show no signs of tampering. However, many remained skeptical, dismissing the event as a simple play of lights or an atmospheric phenomenon. But for those who believe in the legends, the Hoia Baciu Forest remains a place of mystery, a portal to the unknown, where the laws of physics seem to be put to the test. But let's step back for a moment and think about what it means for a place to be shrouded in such mystery. The Hoia Baciu Forest isn't just a physical location, it's a symbol of our deepest fears and fascinations. The unknown is something that both terrifies and excites us. It's why we're drawn to ghost stories, why we love exploring the dark corners of the earth and beyond. The forest represents that part of us that yearns to discover what lies beyond the veil of the ordinary. But let's not forget the human element. The people who live near the forest have their own stories, their own experiences. For them, the forest isn't just a place on a map. It's a part of their lives, their history. The legends surrounding the forest are passed down through generations, becoming part of the cultural fabric of the region. These stories aren't just entertainment. They're a way of understanding the world, of making sense of the mysteries that surround us. If you're brave enough to visit this forest, know that you'll need more than just a compass and a flashlight. Be prepared to experience the unexplainable, to hear things that aren't there, and to see things that shouldn't exist. And if you decide to enter the clearing, well, do so at your own risk. And so, dear explorers, we've traveled together through some of the deepest and most unsettling mysteries of our world. From Tesla's cosmic theories about the pyramids, through zombie fungi, to the eerie Hoya Baciu forest, it's clear that our planet is full of enigmas that challenge our understanding. But don't worry, this is just the beginning of our journey together. If you enjoyed this video, if you were fascinated, frightened, or simply intrigued by the stories we told, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming explorations into the bizarre and unexplainable. And leave us a comment. What do you think is the most fascinating mystery we talked about today? Do you think Tesla was truly a visionary with one foot in other dimensions? Or do you believe the Hoya Baciu forest is simply a cursed place? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can join us on this journey to discover the world's oddities. Because remember, curiosity knows no bounds, and neither do the stories we tell on this channel. Every day there's something new and strange to discover, and we're here to do it together with you. So until our next exploration, dear friends, stay curious, stay strange, and keep exploring the wonderful world of curiosities with us. See you in the next video.